the winner of this fight emerge as a superstar.
A box office favorite. Tapia's fights are blazing good.
Tapia! And here is the man standing in his way, Paulie Ayala. Unbelievable. He shoves him away.
I guess it's safe to say there's some bad blood here.
Each take turns. Toe-to-toe in the center of the ring. Tapia trying to get the crowd going. And the new bantamweight champion, Paulie Ayala. Paulie Ayala wants to prove that the first fight was no fluke.
The rematch of the 1999 Fight of the Year.
So here we go.
I'm ready for the intensity, and I'm looking forward to Saturday night.
There's only one thing to do is just go out there and fight and do what we do best.
In Las Vegas, we're closing in on Ayala Tapia 2. And for more on that, let's go to Jim Hill, who had a chance to speak with Paulie Ayala.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. In the dressing room with Paulie Ayala. And Paulie, thank you so much for doing this. I know this is a very nervous time for you. What did you learn from your fight last year that will enable you to get a victory again tonight?
Just to fight my fight and do what I do best, and hopefully the judges will see the right outcome of the fight and have the right decision.
Now, before the fight last year, Johnny pushed you in the ring even before the bout began. Is there any bad blood between the two of you?
Not anything between me and him. Me against him. I don't know. Maybe him against I, but it doesn't matter because we're going to wind up fighting anyway.
You know, you said leading up to the months leading up to this fight that you would do anything to get back into the ring with him. You have not raised a lot of heck about the weight. You've come to an agreement on the walk-in. You're even taking significantly less money than him. Why are you being so accommodating?
I wanted to do it for the sport of boxing, but to get so many black eyes from other fights, and hopefully this one will help, rejuvenate the sport and get more fans interested, in just good fighting.
Are you a little nervous right now?
No, I'm not nervous.
Cool and ready?
Ready to fight.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, Steve, back to you at ringside now.
All right, Jim, as we get closer to the opening bell, it has become a case of dueling fans. Team Ayala is here, and so is Team Tapia, in the form of fan support in the crowd, a sellout crowd of about 7,000 on hand. And you just heard from the affable Paulie Ayala, named Fighter of the Year, thanks largely to his great victory in the Fight of the Year, yet he's an 8-5 underdog for the rematch, and about the only respect he's getting. His name comes first on the card. It reads Ayala Tapia 2. Well, we're just about set, and right now let's go to our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr., for what we think is a boxing first, as he introduces simultaneous ring walks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the main event of the evening. Please welcome both boxers as they make their way to the ring.
Some obvious gamesmanship going on here. This has to be the only sport where coming in second, not first, is preferable. Both camps could not agree on who entered first or second, so they reached a compromise, decided both would come in at the same time. And this is silly. It really is. It is gamesmanship because, as you know, Bobby, as a former fighter, if you enter second, you make the other guy wait. And the champion, of course, walks in second, etc. Have you ever seen anything like this happen?
Well, it's the first time I've actually seen a dual walk, so I can't say I've seen anything like this happen. But you know what? This is a trivial aspect of the game that really is basically worthless. You can't beat me by psyching me out one way or the other.
Look at this side.
It shouldn't be a factor for either of the fighters. They came to fight.
They come in almost side by side. Well, the first fight was a clash of wills. The second fight, a clash of egos. Ayala has conceded a lot, as we have talked about here in the pre-fight. But what's the difference if Tapia comes in first? As far as Johnny is concerned, Ayala actually should come in second. He won the first fight, and he is a world champion, taking nothing away from the great history of Johnny Tapia, who's won 4 world titles. But right now, he doesn't have a world title.
I agree, Steve, but when you talk about egos, some of those fighters, Johnny Tapia being one, long history of great success, ego matches his record. Big.
So they slowly make their way in. If Tapia wins, he said he'll accept this IBA featherweight belt. If Ayala wins, he has chosen not to accept the IBA belt, so he wouldn't jeopardize his WBA bantamweight belt. He didn't want to have to relinquish that because, you know the rules, you can't hold belts in 2 different weight classes.
Years ago, Henry Armstrong held him in 3, and they put a stop to that. Modern times.
In the ring first.
We've never seen anything like this before. Neither fighter will budge.
What I want to see now when they get ringside is who gets up the steps first and what will we have to do to get someone to make the move.
Each fighter, Bobby, is peering over from moment to see if the other fighter has moved. And right now they've reached a standstill, and now the commission is saying, come on, this is ridiculous, it's gone far enough. It's time for somebody to make a move and get into the ring. Here comes Paulie Ayala as Tapia was watching. Let's see who gets up there first. They're both about at the foot of the stairs. Ayala to our left, Tapia to our right. From our vantage point here at ringside.
No matter what happens, can we call it a tie?
As long as the fight doesn't end up that way. It's an empty ring. We're waiting on the fighters, and poor Jimmy Lennon Jr. all alone in the center of the ring. All right, here comes Ayala. Tapia's up on the fringe. Ayala goes through the ropes. I think it was Tapia actually who went through first, Bobby, if anybody cares.
I think there was some urging by the commission to get in the ring now or it's not going to be a fight.
And Johnny Tapia, as per usual, doing some last-minute praying. Well, you'll recall prior to the first fight, during the fighter introductions, the emotional Tapia, unprovoked, shoved Ayala back. A factor. So here at the MGM Grand Garden in Las Vegas, we're getting ready for the rematch between Paulie Ayala and Johnny Tapia. The crowd is revved up. So are we. Let's get the official introductions from our ring announcer, the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to the City of Entertainment, the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's time for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated in association with Showtime Championship Boxing, the MGM Grand, and Budweiser, the undisputed king of beers. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Dr. Elias Ghanem. Vice chairman is Dr. Luther Mack. Commissioners Amy Ayub, Glenn Carano, and Dr. Flip Homansky. The assistant executive director is Chuck Sledge. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. James Game, Dr. Margaret Goodman, Dr. Tony Alamo, and Dr. Jeff Davidson. Timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, we have Al Bisick and Jane Broadfoot. Introducing to you our 3 judges, scoring this bout from ringside, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Chuck Jampa. From Carson City, Nevada, Keith McDonald. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Jerry Roth. And the referee in charge of the action, he'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Richard Steele. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening, the rematch of the 1999 Fight of the Year, scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, it's showtime! Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue trunks and fighting out of his home of Fort Worth, Texas. He weighed in at a ready 123 pounds. His outstanding record stands at 30 wins, only 1 loss, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the current WBA Bantamweight Champion of the World, introducing Paulie Ayala. And his opponent across the ring on my left, ready to fight out of the red corner, entering the ring wearing black trunks with silver trim. He is proudly representing his home of Albuquerque, New Mexico. His weight 124 pounds, his record 48 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, with 25 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, he is attempting to avenge his only loss. Here is the 4-time world champion, introducing Johnny, Mi Vida Loca, Tapia. Once again, a referee in charge, Richard Steele, now to give instructions. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled.
At all times, I'm supposed to see your neighbor, so if it's up, if it rides high, this will not be a low blow. I have gave you both instructions in the dressing room. I'm cautioning you now to obey my commands at all times. Shake hands, good luck.
No pre-fight shenanigans this time. 15.5 months after the first fight, dubbed the Fight of the Year by the Ring Magazine, they do it again at an agreed weight of 124 pounds. Tapia on the right. He told us the biggest adjustments he has to make for the first fight: stay focused, stay outside, don't let pride and macho get in the way, stay on his toes in box. Ayala, will he try to lure Tapia into another brawl? He said not necessarily. The main thing is to counter and score points. And here we go.
Well, I'll tell you what, the brawl worked the first time. I can't imagine why he wouldn't want to do it. And here he comes right at Johnny.
Ayala, the southpaw. Tapia on his toes to start out. Tapia wearing the spiritual tattoos on his front and back.
No holding, break.
Richard Steele, the controversial third man of the ring. Tapia to the body. Tapia looking very quick. Speed is his thing.
Speed is so important for Tapia. He throws sometimes 2 or 3 punches before a fighter can even react. He's hit with 4 and 5.
Jesse Reed, his trainer, said you'll see a change of attitude, not a change of heart for Johnny Tapia. He told Johnny to go out there and frustrate Ayala and have fun doing it. And you just heard him say it.
They're both unloading with big punches early and both landing pretty clean.
Tapia thinks Ayala is one-dimensional. He's flat-footed. He says once Ayala shoots, I'll come back with 3 or 4. But he's got to fight under control. Keep those wild emotions in check.
Little cat and mouse right here. A little bit of the who's going to get whose respect first. Who's going to get the first pound of real flesh.
Tapia looking to give angles. Not be a big target. Good. Stiff right up uppercut on the inside by Tapia.
And you saw Tapia counter to counter. Ayala tried to counter, and Tapia made him miss, and he countered the counter, and again, making Ayala miss and making him pay for every miss.
So far, Tapia looking the sharper of the two, 2 minutes in.
Nice straight left hand there by Ayala, and again, with the right hand following.
And Tapia walking into a left hook. A countering shot, though, by Tapia. So good action. They pick up where they left off from the first fight.
Right now, nobody gaining real ground. Nice left hook. He rocked Ayala.
And a right-left combination to the head by Tapia. That got Ayala's attention.
You saw his legs get a little bit jello-like, and that sign that there was a little bit of a short circuit in the brain.
And as you know, Tapia not a KO specialist. And he is digging to the body, then follows on with a left hook, Tapia.
I told you that the weight this time might be a difference and a big factor for Tapia. He walks around much bigger than Ayala. Ayala wants to go back to 118. Tapia wants to stay here.
Tapia told us he walks around at 140. He's been as high as 153. He's almost 140 for this fight.
Well, sometimes fighters get real big, and it's just a product of bad behavior.
And it continues after the bell. To be expected.
Way to go, Paulie. Look, son, when you're throwing your lead left, it's working every time, but you're stepping with your foot in, okay? But we need, in your hook, you're throwing it a little too wild, trying to hit too hard with it. Just shoot.
There's a real nice left hook. Tapia lands. He throws a nice right hand, and he comes back. There's the left hook, and you see Ayala wobble, hit him right on the chin. He didn't see it, and you can see his legs clearly not under him, Steve. There it is again. The tail end of that right on the jaw staggered him very good. And sometimes the left hook is better against certain southpaws. Sometimes it's the straight right hand.
Right hand, left hook, all right? Coming right into it. Make him come right to it. Suck him up.
The talented but unheralded Jesse Reed back in Tapia's corner for the third or fourth time. He's even lost count. So Johnny Tapia looked tremendous in that first round. We had a round two scheduled for 12, the rematch.
Paulie Ayala coming out this round a little more purposeful. Seems to be a little more of a hurry. Could make a mistake, or could put the pressure on Johnny to see if he can get him into another street slugfest.
Big left winging hook there by Johnny Tapia on the neck. Tapia looking very quick.
The holy break.
Tapia won round one of the first fight on all three judges' scorecards. One of only 4 rounds that were scored in unanimity. Tonight, another good start for mi Vida Loca, wearing the black trunks.
I like that word, unanimity.
Don't ask me to say it again.
See, Johnny sticking to his game plan. When Paulie comes in and hits him with one good shot, he doesn't resort right away to slugging.
Ayala coming on a bit here now. He's starting to land effectively. But back comes Tapia, pushing Ayala back, which is very rare. Ayala always coming forward, as he is here.
As I said at the top of the show, Ayala is going to come to fight. That's what he has to do. But Johnny's going to stand and keep his feet under and get his pound of flesh and hold his ground because he has to. That's who Tapia is.
Oh, what a right hand by Ayala, right on the head.
And Tapia came back with a hook. It didn't seem to faze him.
A much better round for Paulie Ayala. Good block by Tapia, one of the best defensive fighters around.
Johnny seems to be king off the left hook over Ayala's lowered right jab.
Tapia looking extremely focused. Great left hand there by Ayala. A countering right hand by Tapia.
So Johnny Tapia is deceptive with his feet too. He uses his feet to get out of trouble.
That was a push. Tapia pushing Ayala, getting cushioned by Richard Steele. We approach the final seconds of round 2. Ayala bouncing back nicely.
Johnny switching to southpaw right here and not doing well.
He's eating a lot of leather, and they continue to wail away after the bell. Mostly Tapia. Big bounce back round by Ayala.
You can out boxing. Have fun with him until you wear him down. Johnny, don't lay in with him. Box him until he gets weak, and then you can take advantage. Listen to me. Every time you start getting that body where it's in motion. Get that body in motion and drive them shots down to the body and go back to the head. All right? I don't want you laying in with him. Don't let him even think he's in this fight.
Okay.
You look beautiful when you're boxing.
Okay.
All right? I want them hands moving.
We're going to take a look at that push, and you can see Johnny's a little off balance. And what he just does is push Ayala off him. Not a real dirty tactic, just getting him off.
And Bobby, isn't this what Ayala wants? A slugfest.
Right? That's what he wants, and Johnny's obliging him. And I think if you were just listening in the corner, Jesse Reed was yelling at him, don't do this, box him now. When he gets tired, take him down later, not now.
Ayala, very, very cagey. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to induce Tapia into a brawl, just like the first fight. And Jesse Reed urging him in the other direction, Johnny Tapia, between rounds. Stick to boxing. Well, it should be interesting to see what happens here in round 3. Nice combination to the head, partially blocked.
That's where Johnny's at his best, though. He stabs you 2 or 3 shots, steps around you, hits you again, and then he's gone. There's nothing there for you to hit coming out, just like that.
So elusive. Nice left uppercut off the chin of Ayala. Oh, a good straight left hand by Ayala.
And then Ayala missed 3 following up, and here comes Johnny.
Ayala continues to press forward, but he's getting hit off it. Nice block there by the left hand of Tapia. Tapia up on his toes. Ayala an 8-5 underdog, even though he won the first fight. A very close, unanimous decision. Oh, a big right hand by Ayala, right on the jaw of Tapia.
One of the perils of leading to the body with a left hook. That's not a smart thing to do from the outside for Johnny Tapia.
Crisp inside left uppercut. I don't know how many people saw that by Tapia. That landed.
And look at him. He's making Ayala miss and counting back 1-2, 1-2, in, out, in, out. This is Johnny Tapia at his best. Make Ayala miss and make him pay.
He does it again with a straight right.
See, now Ayala missed 3 shots there. Johnny hit him with 2 jabs. And those punches that Ayala misses will factor in 4 or 5 rounds from now when his arms start to get tired.
Tapia didn't like that right hand, so he answered with a shot to the belly. But that jab is working very well for Tapia. Particularly when he follows it up with the right hand.
Ayala missing a lot more punches in this fight than he did in the first fight early on.
There's that beautiful shotgun jab by Tapia. Right over the right shoulder of Ayala. That one puts Tapia back momentarily. Here comes Tapia.
Double right hand right down the middle. Beautiful combination by Johnny Tapia.
They tangle feet, which will happen with southpaws. Tapia, who has a history of cuts, has to be careful against the awkward southpaw. Well, how often do you see the little man attract so many boxing luminaries on one night to a fight event? David Tua, who of course fights Lennox Lewis in November. Former world champion Ken Norton. 1970 heavyweight champ. And speaking of rematches, how about these guys? Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns. A couple of legends from the world of boxing.
Giving him some head movement and taunting.
Okay.
And getting frustrated.
Okay.
And don't forget your up jab when you go back. You'll kill that.
Trying to get it.
All right.
Use your speed on me.
You look great. Keep it up.
Still your champion, Albuquerque. I'm going to get it back, baby.
Johnny, Keep it up.
Okay.
I want to see some boxing.
Okay. Rinse it out. Rinse it out.
That's the
rinse it
name
out.
of the game. Boxing, son. Boxing.
All right, guys, let's go.
Show me a good boxing lesson.
Johnny Tapia having some fun. Mugging to the camera, winking at people in the crowd. That's Johnny Tapia. Round 4.
It's amazing. Johnny Tapia always has so many things on his mind while he's fighting. I don't know how he does it.
But yet he has to remain focused for Paulie Ayala, a man he lost to 15 and a half months ago, as he looks to avenge his only loss in 12 years.
See that in and out? That's where Johnny's at his best. In, out. Make Ayala miss. In, out. Ayala trying to shut the distance down, and they get tangled up.
Johnny Tapia was managed by his wife as Paulie Ayala opens up. Back comes Tapia, managed by his wife Teresa. Paulie Ayala's wife is sitting off to our left, Letty.
Break!
Not quite as involved in the business aspect of
some of those big
Johnny.
right hooks that Ayala's throwing, Johnny's turning his head with, making them look like they're more forceful than they actually are. But there are points.
The crowd trying to urge Tapia on with chants of Johnny, and then sometimes getting drowned out by the Ayala fans who chant Paulie. Midway through the 4th round.
Nice right uppercut on the land by Johnny Tapia, but he didn't follow with a left hook. Clearly right there.
Ayala continues to come forward, but Tapia can be just as effective backpedaling.
And there's a lot of missing by Ayala. We're going to see if this becomes a factor later. Arms get tired when they miss.
That was blocked by Ayala. It was a heavy right hand by Tapia.
It was a nice right hand to the midsection, which bent Paulie Ayala over just a little bit.
Ayala very active here in round 4.
See how slick he is. He's hard to hit. Hard to hit Johnny Tapia clean twice.
He just got whacked upside the head, did Tapia, but he answers back. Ayala missing repeatedly.
No, hold and break. Step back.
Has simmered down somewhat. Very rare. Just as I say that, Ayala picks it back up as we head for the bell, round 4.
Beautiful right hand by Johnny as he makes Ayala miss again.
We mentioned Teresa Tapia, a very concerned look. Married about 8 years now to Johnny, who calls her the angel on my back. He says Teresa's his wife, his mother, his therapist, his doctor. He said he could not exist without her.
He is. Listen, inside, throw 4 and 5 instead of just 1.
Okay.
All right? Pop, 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 like you did over here. You backed him up with 4 shots. Get your combination.
We're going to take a look here. Ayala keeps this hand up, he keeps this hand up. Johnny Tapia right on the money. This is a beautiful counter right uppercut. Watch this beautiful punch. Slip underneath, bang. That is as pretty as you can draw it up or do it.
Hear me? Don't give him anything to think about. All right?
Johnny, combinations, please. Combinations, all right? A little more uppers to the body, okay? To the head, and the body work. So we gotta work his body. So be first.
You heard those final words of Jesse Reed. Don't give him anything to think about. Well, let's see what happens here as we begin round 5, scheduled for 12.
And Paulie Ayala's corner said come out to the body. He came out right to the body, but wound up landing one to the head.
Left uppercut to the chin by Ayala. A straight left hand on the nose by Ayala. There's a right uppercut by Tapia. So the exchanges continue.
And here's where Johnny Tapia got drawn out into a slugfest last time. Will it happen again? Nice left hook counter by Tapia.
It pushed Ayala back. little blood from the right nostril of Johnny Tapia. That won't bother him. Look out for that head.
Punch to get out.
The infighting continues, which is to the advantage of Ayala.
Johnny back to southpaw, switching back and forth, almost at will.
Trying to confuse Ayala and show him a different look. Use those angles. Oh, he just walked Tapia into a straight left hand by Ayala.
He sure did, but there's a nice left hand by Ayala. 1-2. Ayala having a good round so far.
Amazingly, there were no knockdowns in that first fight. None so far here. Each fighter has been down only once in his career. Tapia in his second professional fight. Ayala back in '98, but some thought it was just a half slip against Antonio Ramirez. And Ayala came back to win. Ayala with just one defeat, but he really doesn't recognize it. It was a disputed loss to a Japanese fighter in Yokohama.
Johnny using some very good defense there. Blocked a big straight left hand with his own gloves. Stepped around, countered, but not firing back enough. Ayala on the attack, not landing well.
The southpaw Ayala, very crafty, workmanlike fashion, hard worker, wearing what looked to be gym shorts, not boxing shorts.
Yeah, that looks like something from the phys ed class in high school.
It really does.
Nice counter right hand by Tapia.
Tapia making Ayala pay when Ayala misses. Digging shot to the ribs by Tapia with the left hand. Those are penetrating punches that have to be getting to Ayala. The cumulative effect. The holding and hitting. Both of them were clinging. Ayala missing wildly at the bell because Tapia just too elusive. There's the wife of Paulie Ayala applauding her man. That's Liddy.
Now, look, since you're throwing that left around in a circle, let's throw it straight to the stomach, and then you can come back with that hook to the head. Look, when you throw that left upper, I want you to come right back with it straight, son. Okay? Close your eyes. Close your eyes. There you go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Hey, you're right, homie. It's fucking wrenching. Touch him.
Oh, triple him up, triple him up. And come back with that strong hook you're killing him with. When you throw that hook to the body, drive it back to the head.
Okay,
all right.
I love you, Grandma. Got Albuquerque. I'm still your chocolate baby.
He's worried about everybody, Steve. Grandma, Grandpa, Albuquerque, you name it.
He was raised by his grandparents as a child after his parents were murdered. You know the story, drug problems, banned from boxing 3.5 years, hospitalized for depression twice this past summer. But he says he's got everything back on track right now. Round 6. Great action here to open it up. Blistering exchange.
Johnny Tapia got out of the way of so many of those punches and landed back. It was amazing. I don't know how he does it. His reflexes are unbelievable.
There's a straight left hand right on the button by Ayala. Both of these guys have tremendous chins.
Two good chins and not one punch knockout artists. They work in combinations.
Unknown last June of '99 when he first fought Johnny Tapia and upset Tapia.
Break, step back.
See, at this pace, it's Tapia's type fight. Ayala needs to stay closer and punch. He needs to force it because this is Tapia's speed from the outside and boxing ability. This is not the style of fight that Ayala can fight. Letting Johnny get off like that and step and move, can't do it.
And every once in so often, Tapia just unleashes a bomb to the body. And that has to take something out of Ayala.
Ayala's missing a lot of punches, Steve. You look at him, the punches are slipping here, going across the shoulders of Ayala, excuse me, of Tapia. Those punches are telling, and they will eventually get tired arms from him.
As opposed to the first fight, Bobby, it seems like Tapia's punches have more authority.
Well, yeah, in the first fight, he didn't really seem to be able to move. And certainly saw him stagger Ayala. Never staggered him in the first fight. Here we've seen him moving quite a bit. Again, that weight might be to his advantage this time. He's the heavier of the two.
Oh. Doubling up on the right hand, Johnny Tapia, and effectively.
I don't know if I can explain to the fans at home how hard it is to throw a double right hand like that quick, that accurate. Oh, that is pretty.
Picture perfect by Johnny Tapia.
One of Johnny's best rounds so far.
And it stopped Ayala in his tracks. And look at the defense by Tapia. He's blocking most of those Ayala punches.
That's a little bit of a clinic we just watched. Look at it, slipping side to side, getting out of the way, making a miss. Again, slipping, punches are missing. Look at them just move.
Oh, a right hand. They're saying it was a trip. It was a slip. Tapia exuding confidence here in round 6. Tapia rocking Ayala before the bell.
We look like a champion, son. Show him what a boxing lesson's all about. He's missing you this far. Keep him outside and keep touching him. Come on, get those feet moving. Let's go. Get them arms. Come on, Mr. All right. Beautiful.
Don't ever cut me out.
Hey, Johnny, show him what a young man you are.
Got you. I'm not
some boxing, baby.
I'm going to take a look at some of that defense. Ring generalship, here it is. Firing punches, making Ayala miss 2 there. Make Ayala miss 3 there. Firing back, setting him up, making...
The highest weight in the ring for either fighter. They have campaigned all their lives as bantamweights and junior bantamweights, 118 and 115.
Johnny Tapia is making Ayala miss so many more punches this time than he did last time. Because he's boxing, not by getting in the slugfest. See, again, that left hand is not finding a home anywhere for Ayala.
Good right hand there by Ayala. That got through. This fight is so significant for Johnny Tapia as he pushes Ayala back. Ayala smiles. Number 1, he avenges his only loss, and number 2, it catapults him into the public eye at 126. And he can take on Engel and then Nassim Hamed.
He's back to southpaw here, trying to beat Ayala at his own game. Not a smart move. I've switched to southpaw a couple times, Steve, once because I thought my zone tonight for my jab would work better with a guy named Bob Coolidge and also Hamsho. And eventually with the Hamsho fight early on, I broke my right hand, so I couldn't use it as a power punch anyway. Johnny finding a home for that left hook again, finding a spot underneath Ayala's elbow. Ayala slowing down a little bit this round. Punches are a little slower, a little less purposeful. See, that ring generalship is so sweet. You watch Johnny just make it look so easy.
And again, non-stop action. Both fighters just not letting up. Like wind-up dolls. Rock'em, sock'em robots. Here's a stiff left hand right on the head by Ayala. But back comes Tapia in vicious fashion with evil intent. Look at this. Combination to the head by Tapia. Tapia with great foot movement to go with it.
Johnny putting on a clinic. When he wants a box, he sure can box. Making Ayala miss, making him pay. Throwing a double, triple combination and double right hand after full 6-7 punch combination. Very hard to do.
This is as good as Tapia has looked. He looked great against Julio, against Romero, perhaps even better here.
Okay, babe, how you feel? Okay, look, we're going to have to start putting more pressure on this guy, Paulie. You know, we can't tell by these judges, son. So we're going to have to put more pressure on him. Yeah. Okay, you're going to have to throw more combinations and throw him straight like I know you can do it. Okay? You're throwing still roundhouses and you're missing him and you're going off of balance. You got to throw straight, keep your feet under you, and let's put more pressure on this guy, okay?
One of the better points early in the round, Ayala got a nice left hand through. Pretty clean, not a big power shot. But Tapia comes back with so many different things. There's the body shot again, slipping off that left hand. Another look at it. There's the left hand.
Let's go seconds.
There's a right hand down the middle, and he does not forget that body. Left hook under the elbow. He is putting on a clinic, Steve. Boxing very well.
It just seems like Tapia is stripping Ayala of his confidence and will.
Even the corner for Ayala said, listen, you gotta put more pressure. You gotta stop. You're missing the punches. Work to the body, work up. More pressure. You gotta shut him down, and he's not doing it right now.
Ayala seemed to have a very resigned look on his face there between rounds. And again, Johnny Tapia opens up. Blood under the nose of Tapia.
Ayala looks a little more frustrated. The timing's off, and certainly doesn't look as confident. He's not getting the job done the way he did the first time.
And Tapia continues to look so composed, so in charge.
See, again, he blocks Ayala's shot, hits him with a left hook, and Ayala misses wildly with right hand, falling into the ropes. This is where Tapia hit and don't get hit, staying with that body.
Ayala has been off balance on several occasions.
Blocked those two punches and again stuck the jab in his face.
Tapia fighting like a man with a purpose. But Ayala starts to come back a bit.
Ayala switches southpaw again. Tapia switches southpaw again. Something I don't think that's good for him.
Now he's back to conventional. Why would he do that right there?
You know what? Sometimes he just wants to see if it's going to be effective. If it can be effective, give a different look to Ayala, something he might not be prepared for. And there he walks right into a right hook.
And he walked into a left-handed Tapia.
And he came back with a combination. And now it's a slugfest again.
Toe-to-toe in the center of the ring. A reminder of the first fight.
That's where he starts to give away his advantage. For the first minute and a half, he boxed smart. Then he gets into slugfest. That's better suited Paulie Ayala.
A lot of those punches being blocked nicely by Ayala. Ayala missing with the left, nearly a low blow by Tapia.
Nice left hook right hand.
Right to the head of Ayala. And so quick, hard for Ayala to cover up in time. Tapia now measuring Paulie out, but it was Ayala who got the right jab in first. Now Ayala trying to lead, and he's scoring effectively. He's getting off first in this sequence. Let's see if Tapia can counter. He does with double lefts to the ribs. Tremendous ebb and flow here in the 8th.
There you saw Ayala just lunging and missing badly, not looking very good. Tapia coming back at him. Triple,
three right hand by Tapia that pushed Ayala back to near the ropes. And a right-left combination at the bell to the head of Tapia, who goes away smiling.
Easy. Make it easy. In and out, in and out. Look at me. In and out to the sides. All right, to the sides. Start pulling him over here and drop that hook on him. Okay.
Ayala came to fight to draw Johnny out, and here he gets him in a little bit of a slugfest. Straight left hand right down the middle, getting Johnny's attention with another jab, straight left hand. That is not where Johnny Tapia belongs. Different angle, same sequence. Here comes the left hand, one there, right on the button. And here comes a jab in the left hand, which missed. Later in the round, Johnny does what he does so well. 1, 2, 3, third left hit, right hand. Clean as a whistle, first two blocked. But it's just so hard to predict what's coming from Johnny next. He's quick.
I'm not even sure he knows. Round 9 scheduled for 12. Tapia comes running out and touches gloves, which he's done the last 3-4 rounds. Get the feeling Tapia likes this weight. Up on his toes, late in the fight, looking like it's the first round, Johnny Tapia.
Technically, Junior Welter is 140 as a limit, and he's 138, so that is a full-blown, practically, Junior Welter, even though we know how the weigh-in works.
He was already up to 135 5 hours after the weigh-in yesterday.
Gerald McClellan years ago used to come in at 159, and then the next day be 176, 177, beyond light heavy.
Pretty left uppercut there that jarred Tapia momentarily. Stopped him for a second.
Well, when we were drawing up the keys to victory, one of the things Ayala did on the inside was a double left uppercut, rocked Johnny a little bit. There he did it again. But he's not working enough here. Johnny's outworking him a little bit and making him miss far too often.
Pushing Tapia, pushing Ayala back once again, and Ayala again seldom goes in reverse. Again, it's Tapia getting off first for the most. He's the aggressor, and he's the effective aggressor. And you pointed out before, outstanding ring generalship by the four-time world champion. 3-4 lefts there by Tapia.
And again, he makes Ayala miss the left hand. Ayala's missed more left hands in this fight than he's probably missed in his entire career. It's amazing how Johnny has zeroed in on that left hand.
Ayala 30-1 with 12 knockouts. Tapia 48-1-2 with 25.
Beautiful left hook counter by Tapia. You watch Ayala lunge.
Oh, what was that? What was that?
When Ayala starts lunging, that's a sign of frustration. He's getting a little aggravated. It's not a lot.
A little stomach jump there by Johnny Tapia, doing a little clowning. He did it again, trying to distract Ayala.
Looks like a twisted former belly dancer. Here he is southpaw against something I would not recommend. But Johnny Tapia will always do what Johnny Tapia wants.
Tapia, ever the showman, so charismatic.
Good round for Johnny Tapia, working for Ayala, making him throw a lot of bad punches and making him miss back. There again, Ayala walks into the left hand. Misses. Look how badly he misses.
Tapia really making Ayala look bad right now here in round 9 with 15 seconds remaining. Pushes him back with a double right.
Double right hand has been working all night.
And makes Ayala miss with that left uppercut. Tremendous body movement by Johnny Tapia. Teresa Tapia,
We look great. Stay in that rhythm, son.
the manager and wife of Johnny Tapia, has to love what she's seeing here.
A lot of jabs, all right? A lot of jabs. Don't worry about your hand. You got the adrenaline going, son. You can handle it.
You got the punch, okay? You can't wait on him. You know what I'm saying?
They think you're not going enough.
Right.
I hit him more than he hit me.
I know that,
Punch with
son.
snap. Punch with snap, Paulie.
Okay?
Little Elvis Presley move, Elvis pelvis move here.
The Tapia hustle. There he goes. That's just amazing to me.
You ever try something like that?
Absolutely not. And I can dance.
He continues to have fun with ringside observers, touches gloves with Ayala, and I'll tell you what, Jesse Reed told Johnny Tapia at the start, go out there and have fun, and it looks like he is doing just that. Seems like Jesse Reed has made a major difference.
You know, Johnny Tapia still has to listen. Jesse can tell him what to do. Johnny still has to do it, but I think that the respect is there, and the admiration and the trust factor that Jesse Reed's going to do right by him.
And he's had some great trainers in his corner over the years before. Oh, good left hand there by Ayala, and says, all right, I'll bring it on, and Tapia on the attack again. Tapia's had Adrian Davis and Freddie Roach and many other great trainers.
That jab is making all the difference in the world, setting up not only the combinations for Tapia, but it's keeping Ayala's hands busy, and it's getting points put on his face.
To Ayala's credit, showing a lot of heart here and guts, but he's being outworked and outskilled by Tapia.
He's just not landing, Steven. I'm just in shock at how many he's missed and how badly he's missed some of them.
Mostly because of Tapia.
This round has been a little better because Johnny's not moving. Johnny's squaring off in slugfest style.
Tapia has been very elusive. Tremendous defense. And just not giving Tapia a very good target. He's using those angles as urged on by Jesse Reed.
See, now that punch, even though it landed clean, was a slap. It wasn't really a clean right hook by Ayala.
Pretty good sequence here by Ayala.
He got the better of that exchange for sure.
That blocked by Ayala, that right hand by Tapia.
This round is still up for grabs, though. You're looking at the last minute. Right now, Ayala in the in the lead, favoring him this round just a bit. But a whole minute almost left.
Remember, whatever happens here, Bobby, Ayala retains his WBA bantamweight title. He pushes Tapia back, who smiles back at Paulie.
But Paulie backs up. I don't get it. He didn't come after Johnny to see if maybe there was a little bit of damage done. Sometimes behind those smiles is a little bit of hurt. Although I don't think so in this case.
That left jab getting through the defense of Ayala again.
Ayala's looking a little bit tentative right here, looking to load up. Oh, he got hit with a nice left hook.
He may have punched himself out, fatigued himself from earlier on. But got there. He hit him with a good left hook, did Ayala. And the blood continues to trickle from the nose of Tapia. There's a right hand by Ayala that scores. So Ayala, with a reserve of energy here towards the end of the 10th round, a second win. Gotta go with Paulie on that one.
For sure.
All right. That's the way. Come on, baby. That's the way. That's the way. That's the way. Finish this round like that. Not even the four judges or five judges.
That's the way to fight, Paulie. You're a champion that way.
That's the way.
What you need to do.
You're so quick that this guy ain't got a chance, man. You hear me? Let me see you right.
Do it, baby.
You
That's
can
it,
do it, baby. That's the way.
What Johnny's doing, watch Johnny. Paulie Ayala come into him, throw some combinations, and then leave this long looping right hook just because Johnny's hands are down and he gets caught with it. Ayala comes in, nothing lands clean here, but Johnny's hands all the way down, and he gets hit with that. There's no need for that. His hands do not need to be below his waistband. But that's Johnny Tapia.
Sometimes hard to explain. But he does get the job done as we hit the championship rounds again. Tapia comes dashing out of his corner. Ayala comes off arguably the best round for him in the fight. Let's see if he can pick it up where he left off.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Tapia, I think he's got to fight 6 rounds to 4, which means Ayala needs to close out these last 2 rounds in order just to get a draw. But that's my unofficial scorecard, 6-4 after 10.
I'm not even going to venture a guess. I'll let the judges handle it if it goes the distance. Chuck Giampa, Keith McDonald, and Jerry Rock.
See that counter by Tapia is so effective and important, getting the points. Ayala comes in. Tapia makes him miss and then counters. Makes him miss, then, oh, by the way, take this jab with you for a little insurance.
But you're right. You would think Ayala really desperately needs these last 2.
Right, step back.
Ayala there just lunging in and putting his arms around Johnny. I didn't understand that one.
Tapia has a lot more to lose if he loses this fight than Ayala. The chance of Paulie ringing out from this near sellout crowd of almost 7,000.
See, from out there, I don't understand why Paulie doesn't close the gap. I know he might be a little tired. He's missed a lot of punches. But that's where Johnny tripped on his ankle. Inside Ayala, outside Tapia. No reason for Paulie to stay outside. He seems to have the whole fight thing down on the inside because Johnny keeps his hands by his waist.
Ayala doing his best. He is continuing to press the attack.
Not a big round for either fighter, but Johnny outboxed him for the first 2 minutes. You only got a minute left. You don't close it big, you can't steal the round. Oh, big right hand by Tapia. You see Paulie smile at him, but you know that got his attention.
That had to hurt. Under 30 seconds remaining in the 11th. Not a sizzling action-packed round as in the past.
And Paulie not even trying to take the round away from Tapia.
But let's see how it finishes. There's always the final 15 seconds.
Johnny with a nice combination. Closing out the round.
Good finish by Tapia. Did he steal it?
I thought he won it regardless.
Okay, remember, we don't want to go straight back, right? We don't want to go straight back. No matter what, we do not want to go straight back, no matter what we do. Okay? That round,
Hallelujah.
that round, you didn't throw me enough punches, okay? I know that. You're the
That's
champ.
the final round.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do this.
Here we go.
Your last
Yes.
and final round.
Go to work on him, Johnny. Get him out of there. Beautiful. Get him out of there.
Let me fuck with him.
Get him out of there. Get him out of there. Go to work on him. Let's get him out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're approaching the 12th and final round of this battle. Let's cheer on the
Johnny Tapia on the right, Paulie Ayala on the left as we enter the 12th and final round.
Did you hear what he said? Jesse Reed said, go get him out of here. He said, you want me to slug with him? I thought that's exactly what they didn't want him to do.
That's what I heard too. He said, take him out, Bobby, take him out.
I have Johnny comfortably ahead. He's put on a clinic. He's boxed so well, won 7 of the 11 rounds in my estimation. He's really fought well. He would be crazy to slug with him now.
I was puzzled to hear that. Jesse Reed, you can clearly hear him say to Johnny Tapia, take him out. Well, let's see what transpires here on the 12th and final. That's exactly what Paulie Ayala would want Tapia to think. Oh, a big left hand by Paulie Ayala. Back comes Tapia with a straight right.
Yeah, it was more of a slap. The punches right now. Paulie looks like he's a little tired. He's not really pressing the issue like he's in a hurry or like there's any sense of urgency. Even his corner said to him, you know, you got to throw more punches to win these rounds.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Ayala's doing here. He got him with a right hand there.
Ayala might think he's winning because they keep telling him you're the champ, but he keeps that title even if he loses. So maybe, oh, Johnny working good on this side. Maybe Ayala just doesn't care about this title that much. Maybe just doesn't have what it's going to take to close this out.
Neither fighter has ever had a knockout in the 12th round. There have been no knockdowns in this fight. We're past the midway point of the final round.
Again, Johnny making him miss and making him pay. Ayala not being in any way urgent.
I am very confused as to this tack by Ayala.
I'm shocked. Again, he misses a 3-punch combination after Johnny hit him twice.
I would think Ayala's got a jump on Tapia now. He is scoring on the
Beautiful
inside.
right hand by Johnny. Triple jab and a right hand right down the middle.
And Ayala keeping his distance. But why?
Doesn't make sense to me, Steve.
Yep, Tapia
Doesn't make sense to me.
Fighter. Ayala, by that motion, thinks he's winning.
Well, no, Johnny put his hands up, and I think that Ayala just tried to, the look on his face, he doesn't look like he won. He doesn't look like he's even excited about anything. Johnny still closed and hurt him with a right uppercut there.
This is bad strategy by Ayala, as the crowd really goes wild for the final seconds. Either Ayala is totally out of it, he's exhausted, or he thinks he's ahead.
I think he's tired, Steve, and I think this is all he has left.
Well, now he thinks he's behind the way he's fighting.
Oh, and he staggered Ayala.
Look at this, toe-to-toe war at the bell. Ayala thinks he won.
Steve, it was a good fight. It was a great fight. It wasn't quite the last fight. Not quite. But that's because Tapia, I think he dominated. I personally had 8-4 Tapia. I thought he put on a clinic, especially in the middle rounds. And I just didn't get the sense of urgency from Ayala. I don't think he thought he was losing.
It wasn't quite the rousing slugfest that it was in June of '99, but it was a very entertaining fight.
Because Johnny didn't let it be a total slugfest. He didn't let it all go out the window. He did what he had to do. He got his pound of flesh. He got his respect. But I also thought he got a little extra respect by putting on a clinic.
He really did. He showed his speed, his foot movement, his boxing ability, his defense. Great job by Tapia.
Hallelujah!
A very spiritual Ayala yelling hallelujah as he hugs Teresa Tapia.
We can look toward the end of the round, and again, Ayala didn't initiate the sequence to start. Tapia followed him and started initiating, but they both finished in a flurry, swinging to the point that Richard Steele had to get in between them, and Richard Steele might even have got caught with a couple behind the head.
Furious exchange just seconds before the bell.
There's another look. You see Ayala again, he's missing big. A lot of those punches missing. On the inside, Johnny getting a few in. You see the chin, he's got his head down. Johnny really put on a clinic inside and out. On the inside, though, for the majority of the fight, I gave Ayala the edge, but Johnny spent so much time on the outside doing what he wanted to. I have it 8-4, 2-1 margin.
For Johnny Tapia. Well, this should be interesting now as we await the decision. And it appears as if our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr., is ready for just that.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. We have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Keith McDonald, scores the bout 116 to 112. Jerry Roth and Chuck Jompa both score the bout 115 to 113. All three in favor of the winner, Paulie Ayala.
Oh, it's happened again, folks.
I'll tell you what, I
can't agree. I just can't agree with that.
I can't agree. I know, I've always used that word, and I don't want to use it today, so I'm going to leave it home. But something's not right when that type of thing happens.
I don't understand that decision. I'm going to stay very calm and composed here, Bobby, but I just, in a very cool way, going to say I don't understand that decision.
Well, in the overall scheme of things, I understand a lot of things.
Some pushing and shoving going on, and it's understandable here how Johnny Tapia thinks he was robbed. Very understandable. And so let's keep an eye on the action in the ring right now and hope things don't get out of hand. Very emotional, passionate Johnny Tapia, extremely upset.
Johnny
Yelling
Tapia
expletives.
talked to me earlier in the not today, but earlier yesterday. He talked about the fact that he wasn't tied to any promoter at this time, and that he was really hoping to put on enough of a show that there would be no dispute, no question as to who won the fight. Clearly, I thought that's the way he fought the fight.
A distraught Johnny Tapia has to be assisted off. One of the security guys has his arm around his neck trying to get him off before anything breaks out here. Look at this scene. Unbelievable. He is beside himself. Well, you remember what he said after the first fight after he lost. He thought he won that fight. He said it was because he didn't have a deal with promoter Bob Arum.
Well, he still doesn't.
He still doesn't, but that aroused suspicions.
It always does. And, after the fight, Tapia said, I realize the deal. I know what the score is. I don't have a deal. He's got to watch his fighters. He's got to protect his fighters. Well, coming into this fight, Johnny still doesn't have a promoter, so nobody's protecting him. That would be his thought process. He told it to me directly in the meetings, but he believed he would put on enough of a clinic to win this fight well. I personally thought he did.
Well, our Jim Hill has the winner, Paulie Ayala, a surprise to many. Jim?
All right, Steve, thank you very much, Paulie. First of all, congratulations. You know by the sound of the crowd that it was a very unpopular decision, according to them.
Yeah, but they weren't in the fight, and the judges saw what happened. You know, Johnny was, again, busy, but he wasn't connecting. I was landing all the shots. I mean, it was obvious if you watch the fight.
How surprised were you? I know you said you were going to win, but how surprised were you to score a unanimous decision, though?
I wasn't. You know, with God before you, who could be against you? You know, David and Goliath. I told everybody, you know, I trained hard. I gave the concessions that he wanted because I know that, you know, I'm the best fighter out there in the world.
You know, Paulie, this all started before you guys got into the ring. There was the gamesmanship. Neither one of you wanted to come into the ring first. Why?
Well, we did a coin toss, and I had won the coin toss. He was going to walk in first. But since he's with Showtime, then they made a new thing just all of a sudden today that they were going to try, and both fighters walk out at the same time. He was going to get it announced last, but, I mean, it's just something with fighters that, I don't know, they're superstitious. I don't know.
Did it, for a lot of people at ringside, it appeared for a while that, you know, that he was much stronger and that he had better he was just much better in the ring.
No, you know what? He was boxing, but I told you I was going to get him off his plan after I keep catching him. I don't punch that soft, you know. I'm not a knockout puncher, but I'll sting you.
In the first round, the first couple rounds, it looked like he wobbled you just a little bit.
He caught me off balance. He caught me good. I mean, I wasn't hurt to where I was going to fall or anything, but I mean, he caught me with some good shots, yeah.
Was there ever any doubt in your mind at all at the end of the fight that you had won it?
No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. You know, like I said, I go by faith, not by sight. You know, I don't listen to the odds makers. I don't listen to the riders because they're not fighters. The only one in the ring is me and the other fighter, and that's it. So, you know, now I campaigned as a featherweight. Hopefully the Prince wants to do something.
What's next for you, Paulie?
I just said it. Hopefully the Prince wants to do something. I mean, whatever, you know, I'd like to move up if the Prince is something more lucrative in the featherweight division, then I'll give it a shot, you know.
Paulie, congratulations once again.
All for the sport of boxing. Paul Anthony, Aaliyah, I love you.
Okay, Steve, back to you at ringside now.
A very emotional Paulie Ayala there towards the end of the interview in a fight that began in controversy and ends in controversy. To many folks, a stunning decision.